If you've ever wondered what it's like coaching one-on-one with me, or if all this stuff I'm teaching you guys actually works for other people besides just me, then you definitely want to keep listening to this episode. I have one of my coaching clients here with me, super pumped. She is my first in-person session and my first podcast guest as a coaching client, Vyonna. So keep listening. You're going to be able to hear all about her business and her growth the past 6 months to a year. Welcome to The Rebel Show, the podcast for estheticians who want to grow their business, master social media, and perfect their waxing technique. I'm Brie Mesquit, esthetician, business coach, and founder of Rebel Wax and First to Market Wax Pads. I built a 6-figure clientele, a 7-figure brand, and have trained over 15,000 waxers through my in-person and online courses. Are you struggling to book clients or market yourself? You're in the right place. Each week, I bring real business strategies, waxing education, and no BS advice to help you grow. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brie Mesquit, and today I have a special guest, Vyonna. So I'm going to just ask her questions, and you're going to be able to learn about her business, what it's been like coaching with me. How long have we been coaching together now?
Since January.
Yeah, so we're at nine month mark. I'm going to go through, ask some questions. She's going to share be truthful, okay?
Okay.
Don't feel like you have to say nothing but positive just because I'm right here staring at you and there's a camera in your face.
Yeah.
All right. So first thing, short and sweet, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business and background, especially your background, like where you started when we first started coaching.
Okay. I'm Vyonna. I'm a licensed esthetician and a waxer located in San Jose, California. I started at European Wax Center in November 2020 after COVID reopened, and I just recently went solo as of June.
Amazing.
Yeah. So
amazing. So did you always want to become a solo esthetician first off and a waxer?
I initially went into esthetician school thinking that I was going to be a makeup artist.
Okay.
I did dabble in waxing and stuff at home because, I have a sister. I think I was 13 when she bought those little at home waxing kits. And so she's like, come here, wax my underarms, So all things beauty, I give thanks to my sister for that. But initially I wanted to be a makeup artist. And then, we learn a little bit of everything in esthetician school. Yeah. And then once I learned waxing, I was like, actually, wait, I think I'm pretty decent. So I really like this.
When did you first start liking waxing, in school or working at European?
Actually, while I was in school, I went to get my first Brazilian.
Yeah.
Because I went to school with some of my friends are older than me. They're like, if you're going to do this, you need to know how it feels like.
Yes. Solid advice.
So I was like, let's rip the Band-Aid off. I booked it that same day. I got my first Brazilian and I was like, my life has changed. I was like, I feel brand new. This is what womanhood is, Yeah. And I was like, I remember how I felt leaving. It was uncomfortable, but I felt leaving confident and comfortable. And so I was like, I can make other people feel this way. Yeah. So that's why awesome. I was like, yeah, let's do it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't always hear that you discover the love and passion for waxing in school.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're doing old school methods. And a lot of people are like, screw waxing, I'm never doing it when they learn it in school. So that's awesome. I love that. So when did you graduate then?
January of 2020.
Okay,
and then
you went
licensed.
straight to European?
No, I got licensed in March. So the end of January is when I graduated. And then March, I think 5th or 4th was when I took my exam, and then everything closed for COVID after. So I had to wait for things to reopen.
Okay.
Yeah.
But European was your first job then?
First ever job.
Okay, that's cool. All right. I know COVID was absolutely wild. Okay, so where were you at in business when you first reached out to me to start with one-on-one coaching?
I was still working at European Wax Center, and I have moved into my second suite. I tried to go solo last year, actually, from February to August, I believe. So I went 6 months, trying to go solo with no guidance. I just knew that I was fed up working, for somebody else, but blew through my savings. And then I was like, okay, it's time to relocate. I need to relocate to somewhere I know I can grow. But I knew that I needed guidance. So I was just like, okay, I want to leave. I need to relocate to somewhere I can grow. And then, I found you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. So the first attempt at going solo, where do you feel like it went wrong?
Oh my gosh, in so many ways. I knew that I had the technical skills, right? I can wax. I feel like I had good bedside service. Or is that what you say?
Bedside manner. Yeah.
But it's marketing, showing up, how do I get people to know that I exist, right? If you aren't people don't know you exist, they're not going to come to you.
Yeah.
So that was something that, you know, I kind of just expected them to show up. Or, oh, word of mouth. Like, word of mouth referrals, they do a lot, but you can't solely rely on that. And that's what I learned. Yeah.
That is not abnormal. I'm sure a lot of you on the other side of the screen can relate to that. Like, I've talked to so many estheticians that go solo or just see like in the Facebook groups and stuff too.
Yeah.
I got my license. I rented a suite. Why do I not have clients coming in? Like, it's not enough just to open up a suite. You have to have the marketing strategy, retention too. We talk a lot about retention, reinstating old, like there's so much that goes into admin work, all of it. So yeah, you're definitely not alone. And I know a lot of people can definitely relate with that. All right. Did you have any hesitation with what, and be brutally honest, it's okay. I've hired coaches too, and I was very nervous about it. Yeah. Did you have any hesitation or doubts or even other people saying like, don't do it?
Not necessarily. Like I told you earlier, like I bounce a lot of ideas off my dad. He's like one of my best friends. And so that. He was like the one already telling me right off the bat when I went solo the first time, like, you're not going to do well or not. Okay, that sounds horrible. But like, what you're doing is not going to be successful. And that's okay. But I'm going to let you experience that. But you need to do X, Y, and literally exactly it happened, played out. Exactly what he said played out. I think initially like the investment, I think I was scared. Like, okay, if I'm going to invest X amount of money, will I make the coaching worth my while, right?
Yep.
That's what I was scared of. I wasn't scared if you weren't going to lead me down the right path because I'm like, okay, whose position would I want to be in right now? I'd love to be in Breeze. Like was in like, you know, you started off basically in the same position that I was working. 100%. You worked at the same company and you worked your way up. So it's like, I need to find someone who I look up to and who I know will like lead me down the right path.
I love that. I love that. That's really big, you guys. I'm not sitting here just trying to pitch my coaching. I might actually kind of change up the way I do this. But when looking for a coach, you have to look for someone who has done the thing that you want to do. None of these theory preachers, like there's a lot of, what is Bedros called? I'm looking at my husband. He's behind the scenes here. Gurus. Yes. Our personal business coach calls them gurus. It's like they're speaking from a textbook and like theory, but haven't actually done it. So really important. There are quite a few coaches in the beauty industry that are great choices. So make sure that you really look at like what have they accomplished what it is that you're looking to accomplish. That's a really big one. Okay. When it came to the investment, how did you feel when you made that payment?
Like I was like, okay, cool. Like it was nice to be able to like, I guess, afford it, to be able to do that in the first place. But also at the same time, it was scary because I'm like, ooh, this was, you know, like, you know, for someone who's not making a lot, it was like kind of like, okay, well, I need to make it worth my while. Like this means I need to hustle and I need to put in the work.
Do you feel like you took action immediately even before meeting with me, or were you just willing to put in the work because you've invested now?
I think I was like kind of shopping around first and like seeing what I needed to improve on, but I definitely needed like the extra guidance from a coach. Like I knew I was doing things wrong, but I needed someone to be like, hey, you're doing these things right, but these things you need to improve on, and then, you know, kind of like cater it to my own personal needs. And I think that's what the cool part is about having a coach.
I know with us, when we first hired Bedros, we had to do a wire transfer, scariest like moment of my life, wiring that over. But I noticed with us, we took immediate action like right away without him ever talking to him. I'm like, oh, so there's something too, like when you pay, you take action and you pay attention and you like
do a little self-audit.
Yes, it's like, whoo, okay, this is scary. I'm playing in the big leagues now. So, okay, that's awesome. Well, I love that you were willing to invest in yourself and like put trust in me, but also put trust in yourself that you would take action and implement. That's one of the things I have to say about Vyonna is she takes massive freaking action. So if you want to know how to win in business, first of all, it's take action. And then if you're getting coaching and guidance from someone and they give you like the roadmap, it's up to you though to follow it. I also have coaching clients who I've given them the roadmap and they don't take action. They're not going to see the results from it. So that's one thing with Vyonna is like massive action taker. And I love that about you. Hey there. I hope you're enjoying this episode so far. For those of you who are already using and loving Rebel Wax in your treatment room, I wanted to provide you with the opportunity to save an additional 10% on top of the 10% we already give for our subscribe and save customers. If you would like to never worry about inventory issues again, then head to our website, lashandwaxoc.com. Use the code THEREBELSHOW, all one word, to save an additional 10% off for a total of 20% off your first subscribe and save. Now back to the show. All right, how were you feeling our first coaching session?
Oh, I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I don't think that you were like gonna attack me in any way, but I was scared. No, I was scared that like everything
Just
that I
jump
thought
through the computer and strangle you.
Yeah, you're like, no. No, I just thought I would be like not nitpick. That makes it sound bad too. But you know, like I thought a lot of the things that I was doing would be wrong. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna question my existence of like, you know, everything that I've learned over the last couple of years. So like that I was like nervous about, but I think there was positive redirection there instead.
Good. So I didn't attack you.
No.
Good. Positive side note. I don't attack my coaching clients. No, I know exactly how you feel. That's how I felt going in with Bedros too, because he was at such a different level than we were that I'm like, oh my God, like I was nervous to have others' eyes in our business. So I'm sure you felt like this has been my little private little baby I've been doing. And then now to have someone come in with the intention, because I did have the intention to not nitpick, but to really like pull back the screen and see, okay, where can we improve? What's right? How do we need to tweak things? So I could see how that's definitely nerve-wracking.
Oh, okay. One thing to add.
Yeah.
I think judgment too, like judgment from people, but not that I felt like you personally were going to judge me, but it's like scary to like let those eyes in and be like, okay, like especially you being up here and me feeling like I'm just getting started. Like you never once treated me like I was anything like less than, right?
Good. So I'm glad you feel like, and you're not. We're just all on different parts of our journey, really.
Yeah.
And like that's amazing. I love it. I love being able to reach back. It's so cool to be on this side of it. And now sometimes I miss being at those beginning stages because they're really fun and it's a beautiful thing. But I love being able to reach back to those where I see like a piece of me, and I definitely see me in you. Like
Thanks.
You are okay. I've been pronouncing your name wrong.
That's
now.
a compliment.
It's Vyonna.
Vyonna, yeah.
I've been saying Vyonna. And you just sit there and like, yeah, okay.
Honestly, a lot of people call me like V, like a lot my clients, my friends. I don't know, whatever. I don't care.
Okay.
Like
Vyonna.
It's better than Ivana.
Ivana. That's okay. People call Chase all the time. So I luckily breezed pretty straightforward and easy.
That's why I was like, V.
I feel like you kind of answered this a little bit. Did our sessions and your time coaching with me thus far help you to look at your business differently, in a different light?
Yeah. Like, I just feel like I have like more systems and I think things are starting to run a lot more smooth. Like I always like tell my friends, like I feel like a chicken with its head cut off, like running around. Like I literally like felt like I had like no guidance and I was just like doing whatever I could. And I feel like now I feel like more sane and like
good.
You helped me set up proper systems to where like everything's running a lot more smooth for me. And I know with time it'll just get easier because it's still pretty new, I would say.
Yeah. I get this feedback a lot from people too, and tell me if you relate with this, but where they feel like maybe they're not doing as well as they really are. And then when I come in and give a little bit of reassurance of like, okay, what you've done so far is awesome. Yeah. Do you feel like you were a really harsh critic on yourself?
Oh my gosh, I'm always a harsh critic on myself. Like I tell my friends and my family all the time, like even like you give me reassurance, like when I text you little updates, you're like, you're killing it. Like my friends will hype me up, my clients will hype me up. They're like, oh my gosh, you're a business owner. Like that's so cool to do at your age or just in general. And I try not to downplay my accomplishments because, you know, like I have been working hard like the last year especially. That's something I'm working on is to like celebrate the little wins like along the way because small wins like lead to bigger ones. So yeah, definitely. I'm always trying to find ways that I can improve. Like that in my head, there's a little voice always that's like, I can be doing better. I can be doing better. So every time I hit like a little like milestone, it's kind of like could have done that better instead of like just appreciating it for what it is, you know.
No, I love that. It's so important to celebrate the little wins, you guys. Seriously, it's really, really important. And it can be hard for me to take compliments too. I have noticed that about myself, that I'll downplay it or like redirect. But now I'm forcing myself just thank you. And then stop there. It's so hard.
I'm just going to go buy a cupcake
so hard.
for like every little thing.
A little candle, have a little celebration. Speaking of milestones, you just hit a big milestone that we were covering. So we're just coming off of our planning session. So that's why Vyonna's here. She came in person. We did our 1.5 hour planning session. But you hit a really big milestone this past month. Do you want to share what that was?
I had my first $11,000 a month.
Dude, wild. So crazy. And where'd you start? Because you were part-time European. So what was your revenue?
Like from European, like what I was making
when we
there,
first started coaching?
2 to like 3,000 was my average a month that I was bringing in.
Yeah. That's what I had you down at like 3,800 your first coaching session. So that's huge.
That was like my best month, I think.
Yeah. Is there a piece of advice or shift that really stood out as a turning point for you during this time?
I think something that we talked about is like being able to like plant the seeds. I think it's hard when you're trying to build your business is like not seeing like the instant gratification. And I know that's something that I expressed to you. It's like, okay, I'm doing all of these things, but I'm not seeing like it paying off right away. And you just told me like, just keep doing it. Like consistency, consistency is key. And every time I would be like, I'm not seeing like anything pay off. I would hear you in the back of my head be like, just keep at it. And then you'll start to see like the flowers grow, I guess you can say. Yeah. So
I love that.
Yeah. That.
So you've seen, now you're on the other end of that consistency paying off.
Yeah.
I love that because I've talked, if you guys have listened to my show before, I always talk about the water well, right? I'll go through it real quickly. You've probably heard it. But when you start pumping an old school water well, you're pumping really, really hard and nothing's happening. Nothing's coming out. It's all happening beneath the surface though. And then what happens is a drop of water comes out and that's where most people quit because they're putting in max effort with like what seems to be little to no results. But if you can pump through that and work through that, then the water starts flowing and you get to slow down on the pumping and now you've built up momentum. So that's what Vyonna, I'm so sorry. That is what Vyonna is now experiencing is that flow and that momentum. Is it still hard work? Yeah, it's still hard work, but she's starting to see the fruits of your labor and being consistent. So you guys have to like commit and then just keep doing it even when you don't yet see the results. That's literally all it takes to be someone who's successful or not. It's the unwillingness to quit. And that's something I can see in you and how we've gotten to where we're at too, is just that unwillingness to quit. You need to have a little stubbornness and
discipline.
And discipline. Yes, we talked about that today as well, for sure. All right, switching gears a little bit. So what are some of the biggest changes you've seen? And you've touched on this a little bit, but what are some of the biggest changes you've seen in your business most recently?
More structure. Like I feel like you gave me a blueprint and I am able to just like follow it along. Like more consistency, I guess. Like I'm showing up for myself more rather than having to like prioritize like another job. Yeah.
So that's a big one too.
Yeah.
You were able to leave European Wax Center.
Yeah.
So there was a point when I told her, I was like, she was ready. Her business was suffering because of the lack of availability that you really had to give to it. So I told her, I was like, secretly, I really hope that you get fired, honestly. And then I joked with Chance, I'm like, I'm going to send in an anonymous letter and be like, Vyonna, I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
That's
but
so funny.
when you told me that you finally like decided to leave, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
And dude,
it didn't happen too long after that either. I was just ready to like go all
it
in
was
on
time.
myself.
It's scary, but like, yeah, sometimes being scared like that is the fuel that we need too. Like I always tell people it's good to be a little bit hungry, like maybe not like literally hungry, but when you're to those moments of like kind of, oh shit, like what am I, those, that's when you can move mountains. Like I know for us when we were in the, like we didn't really have anything to lose. Like, and I've said this to you many times, if you're not going to go homeless or hungry, like, what do you have to lose? Worst case scenario is the current situation.
Well, and then I feel like too, like if you're not allowing yourself to like try and like be all in, like you're not gonna, I think failure is a good thing because like realistically, like who succeeds on the first time, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a learning lesson. Yeah, it was like a blow to my ego when I had to I blew through my savings and I had to go back to work for somebody else. But that was when I was able to pivot and like realize that I needed help. Getting help is not a bad thing. Like I feel like it's nice to be able to bounce ideas off somebody else too and like have guidance and well,
then you were starting from experience as well and from a place of you knew what you didn't want and like what you did want to make happen. So it helped make my job easier too because you were so willing to take the action. You're like, I'm not going to let this fail this time. And it wasn't a failure because you didn't quit. So it's only failure if you quit.
Yeah.
I love that. I think some of the biggest lessons, and I tell my kids this all the time too, is like some things I'm just going to let them, like I can foresee and be like, okay, don't do this because this is going to happen. And your dad kind of did this for you too. That was huge to allow that to happen, even though he kind of saw what the potential outcome was. But now look at you on this side of it, you know? So, and you started from experience. If I didn't already say that, I feel like I may have repeated myself there. Did you have a moment when you felt very proud of yourself and you're like, wow, okay, this is working? Was there a singular or like multiple?
There was small little, like there was multiple things. Like first I was able to hire on like Adriana.
Yes.
So like being able to like outsource and hire someone on wasn't something that I thought would be possible this year. Being able to like fully leave European Wax Center, I'm still scared to this day. I'm like, oh my gosh, like slow season's gonna come up. Like what am I gonna do? And then also like hitting my first $10,000 a month. Like I think our first meeting, you're like, what's your goal? And I'm like, 6 figures this year. And you're like, are you sure? Like that's gonna happen this year? Like not sure, but you know. Like, but I don't know, shoot high, I guess.
Yeah.
And like,
no, it's always,
it was a joke,
possible.
but
it
was cool to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's huge. And you did it quick. We're 9 months in, like to go from, you were full-time European, right? Or part-time?
I was doing 3 days.
Okay. So you were part-time. So part-time to like where you're at. Like that's fairly quick growth.
Yeah.
Like really quick growth. That's absolutely incredible. Okay. How has your day-to-day life as a business owner changed or not changed?
I feel like I wake up, I breathe my business. Not in a bad way though. Like honestly,
oh,
like,
you breathe. I thought you said you can breathe. I'm like, no, this is good.
Eat, sleep, breathe my business. No, not in a bad way though.
Entrepreneurship.
I think even until like the minute I go to sleep, like sometimes my eyes will close and I'm like, ooh, I have an idea. Let me write that down real quick. I think, time with friends, like having to sacrifice like time with friends or family or trips and things like that is something that I've had to like adjust to within like the last couple of years. Because when I was working at that other place, I was working like 7 days a week. Even now, technically, I do work 7 days a week, but I have a little bit more freedom with that because if I need a day off or like a family event or something, I'm able to take that time off. But yeah, sacrificing a lot of things like is something I feel like comes with like entrepreneurship.
Yeah, 100%. I always say we're busy but flexible.
Yes.
So like you're very busy, but you do have flexibility. If emergency came up, you can go ahead, let your clients know you got to reach. I mean, there's a whole lot of headache that can come from that too, but we do have flexibility. But yeah, that's just entrepreneurship. And that's why I can tell the ones who are going to really make it because they do eat, breathe, sleep. Like there's that passion and that like fire for it. And that's what it takes.
I feel like it's not hard either if you like genuinely like or like love what you do. Like I wake up in the morning and like, I'm missing out time with my friends outside of work, but like my clients feel like my friends, they feel like my family, so like I genuinely I look forward to going. I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to tell so and so this. I can't wait to hear about so and so's vacation, you know, all that stuff. So
but also we are going to be working towards a little bit more balance because you currently have 57 hours open on your schedule and we need to get that down to 40 to 45. We worked through that today. I know. I'm like, I need to take a Pilates class once a week. That's what I want to do. That's perfect. All right, well, Tuesdays, your admin days, you can go do some Pilates in the morning. What's something that you thought would be really hard, or maybe it was something weighing on you that you knew you needed to do, but you're just scared to do it, and actually turned out being easier than you thought once we actually like attacked it, and you got support in it too?
Leaving that place, but also being able to like set boundaries like with clients, I feel like is something like my backbone's growing a little bit.
That's good.
But I'm just a yes man. It's like when people want to come in after hours or, you know, like if they no call, no show, being able to like be like, hey, like these are my policies and this is how we got to respect them. Like at first it was very uncomfortable because at the other place, I didn't have to handle any of that. It was just more so like, oh, okay, like on to the next client, you know?
Yep.
Whereas like now I have to be the one to communicate everything and it's like hard because I don't want to be the bad guy. Yeah.
Is there anything that you were surprised or maybe you didn't think about prior to leaving the place that shall not be named that now you have to do? You're like, oh wait, I didn't even consider that this would be part of like my job duties as the owner and operator.
I guess answering phone calls. But I'm not mad at them. I like talking to people, you know? Like, I was just like, oh, I didn't have to deal with that. But I like talking to people. Like, we like human connection, right? Like, if someone's nervous for a wax and they're calling your business, but you have good energy over the phone, that's going to make them even more comfortable to come in and see you. So, like, you would think it would, like, be an extra added task on, but I actually like it.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, like, to an extent.
I know for me it was, like, inventory tracking.
Ooh,
I was like, oh, my gosh. When I first went solo, I'm like, what? It kind of felt similar to when I moved out on my own for the first time. I'm like, wait, I have to like buy toilet paper and like buy like a plunger and like plates and forks. Like, this is weird. Like, you just kind of are used to like everything's being supplied for you. Yeah. But then it's same when you open up your own business. You're like, oh wait, like okay, wait, I need to buy wax. I need a wax pot. I need sticks. Like, I need a booking system. Yeah. Like, what is all of this stuff?
Systems.
Yeah,
you helped me. At first, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I think I asked you, I was like, how often do you restock on wax? Like, I don't know. But then, I started like logging all my stuff on like Gloss Genius, and it's like made it easier. It alerts you when like things are low, and I'm like, ooh, okay, time to order.
So good.
And then I think sometimes I have a shopping addiction. So like when I shop for my business, you know, it satisfies that. For me. Awesome. I get excited to buy things for my business.
She did a little Gloss Genius plug. You guys hear me plugging them all the time. I literally, all my coaching clients, I kind of try to bully them into getting on Gloss Genius because it's that good, right?
It's easy. It's so easy. I got like a couple of my friends to like convert to.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, you guys need this in your life.
See, it's not just me. I know I've partnered with them now and stuff, but it came naturally because I actually use them and love them. So
I'm a simple woman. Like, if it's going to make my job like harder, I'm not doing it. And it has like so many different things, like email marketing, text marketing, tracking inventory. Like, it's so easy.
Yeah. Don't you feel like it's a little mini like VA, like virtual assistant? That's how I feel too. It just makes everything so much easier. What would you tell another esthetician who is currently in the shoes that you were in a year ago?
I'd definitely say it's okay to ask for help and guidance and just to trust the process. Like, just because you're not seeing the instant gratification or like in the instant payoff, like consistency and showing up for yourself is like important.
Yeah.
You can't expect other people to show up for you if you don't show up for yourself, you know? And that's like kind of what I've been like trying to live by. Some days are hard, you know?
Yeah.
And I get it. You know, if you need to cry, girl, cry. Like, if you need to go get a massage, go get it. Like, treat yourself, because it's not easy wearing like 1,000 different hats is what it feels like, but just keep at it. And that's what I keep telling myself too. So
I love that.
Hold each other accountable.
Hey, at this stage for me too, I'm telling myself that. Chance knows I give myself 24 hours to cry and wallow in my despair in my bed. He usually brings me some sort of food or chocolate or something. I put shows on. My kids just like are in and out. They know I'm like hermiting in my room, and then I get up and let's get back to it. But it's okay to allow it. But exactly that, showing up for yourself. Like, if you can't keep the promises that you make to yourself, how can you expect anyone else to keep it for you as well? So, and that's what I've seen in you is like the massive action, like I explained before, but you consistently show up. It's amazing.
Got no choice.
Yeah. And there's like, it's simple, not easy. And that's what like I try to explain to people. It's like, it's simple. We know, like, if you want to lose weight, it's very simple, right? You eat, you're in a calorie deficit, you go to the gym, you eat right, and you sleep well. Simple, right? Very simple. Is it easy? Heck freaking no, it's not easy. So same thing. Like, it's, you know, and a lot of times people know, or they don't, and they need the guidance. But once you get that guidance, like, you need to take the steps consistently. Yeah. I love that. That was an amazing answer. Okay. I like this one. I love talking in the future and goals and dreams and hopes and aspirations. Where do you see yourself and your business heading? And I know we talked a little bit about this in our meeting.
We just talked about this, so pretty easy. But eventually I want to open up like my own storefront. I'm in a suite right now, like in like a solo salon. But eventually I want to open up my own storefront and then bring on a team.
Yeah. Commission waxers. Yeah. Amazing. I love it. What's our first step?
What did we hire an assistant first?
I am bullying her into hiring an admin assistant. So that's her first step. So what are we in? We're in mid-September. I gave her the goal by the end of October. I'd love to say, hey, if you guys are in San Jose, Vyonna is hiring. So if you are a go-getter, attention detail, organized, and you want to work for a badass future, I mean, you already are a boss. I don't even have to say future. Go ahead and reach out. Let her know she's hiring. Although I know you want to really bully your sister into.
I'm just gonna make you be on Zoom. I'm gonna make you be on Zoom with me. We're like, Bree, we're interviewing someone today. You're gonna be on like the little phone.
I've definitely learned a little bit about interviewing and hiring. Actually, let me know in the comments if you guys would like an episode on that. I haven't really thought about teaching on that. Yeah. So if you guys are in that stage, you feel like you're ready, like she is, to hire on an admin assistant or social media manager or whatever, like I can totally teach you guys my kind of hiring process and onboarding. That is a good point. I'll help guide you through it, but
like I'll watch the episode.
Yeah. I love that you actually you don't get sick of my voice at this point.
At one point, sidetracked. Totally sidetracked. I was getting my eyelashes done, and sometimes when I watch like true crime podcasts and stuff, and like I fall asleep listening to it, my dream like will circulate.
Oh my god!
That. So I fell asleep while getting
murdered.
No, I fell asleep listening to your podcast, and I had like a dream that you were like yelling at me, and I was like, oh my gosh! And see, also too, she haunts me, but in like a good way. It's like be god. On your, handle business, and then she won't have to.
That's awesome. That's funny. So okay, you were scared that I was gonna attack you. Now I'm haunting you in your dreams. This is not looking good for me at all. That's awesome. No, I love it. I love it because it promotes action, right?
Yes.
It's good. It's all in love. I love it. Just a few threats here and there. It does everyone well. All right. Lastly, how can people connect with you, or where can they follow you?
Okay. My Instagram is Gemini Aesthetics. I have 2 eyes at the end of Gemini. Oh, also TikTok is the same thing. And then you can book with me at GeminiAesthetics.com.
Perfect. And she is located in San Jose, California. If we did not already mention that, I believe we did. All right, that is it, you guys. Thank you for watching. We are here every Monday with a podcast episode. Every Thursday, I have a training video. Please make sure you subscribe. Give Vyonna some love. And then also let me know in the comments, like, what do you want to hear next? Do you want me to bring in more coaching clients so you can hear their take on things? Are there any questions you wish I would have asked? And then also let me know about if you want an episode about hiring and that process as well. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you back next week.